Walk on, Rudies. It's Wednesday Rewind. And I'm watching, okay, you got all these kids, okay? I'm watching these videos. And all these kids, okay, one black kid got really angry because this white kid was using the N-word.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there going, why are you angry? Y'all advertising it everywhere. You know what I mean?
That is true.
I'm walking on 4th Avenue and I hear rap music and I'm hearing the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, and I look over.
And it's white boys playing it. Yeah.
White women.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Most of them that are playing this music is white sisters.
Oh, don't call them that. Get them rolling on that.
You know, and I'm sitting there going, well,
You're going to go, did he just call us sisters? Yeah.
I call everybody sisters. I don't care if you're Chinese. You know, there's one race, the human race. You're all my sisters. You know, well, unless I want to marry one of your sisters.
Wait, whoa. Did I just hear that come out of your mouth?
Yeah,
unless I want to marry. Did you really just say that?
I just said that.
Wow.
No,
quitting work has calmed you down a little bit.
No. But you know, we've always said it's not that the possibility of there's a slim chance of me getting married again. It's just where it's where I'm going to get married.
But still, just the fact to hear you on this show say, if I was to marry one, because usually on here you're referring to it as funerals.
It is still a funeral.
Or I'm never going to do that.
And I probably never will.
I wish we'd go back and find all the clips of you going never, ever.
And I probably never will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just blew my mind right there. I went to a wedding over the weekend and hear you talking about getting married.
And I didn't call it a funeral.
Yeah. I was expecting you to say unless I was going to go through a funeral with one and then laugh.
No. It has calmed me though.
It is, yes. I can tell.
It has calmed me down. And you know, look at that. You remember that knot I got from typing?
Yeah. Is
That's
it gone?
Going down.
Yeah.
My health is getting way better.
Stress fracture in your wrist is
man,
gone.
Tell me about it. There's still other stress upon the scene.
Yeah.
But it's not daily.
Yeah. Yes, I know that feeling too.
You know, I mean, a thing, but I it's like you're getting angry when they use the word, but I hear you talking to them and calling them this.
Yes.
We've
been around that.
Yeah.
One fool who used to work for the Parthenon called me that before we played flag football one time. I looked at him and I said, "Excuse me?"
But if you say that back to him, he's going to get all angry and stuff.
Yep.
You know, don't use it if you know it.
He was calling everybody that on the field, and the only other black people out there were you and Kenny.
I checked the vibe out. If it offends you when certain people say it, then you shouldn't be saying it to them or around them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And on YouTube, man, there's white kids everywhere just like, my dear, you know, my
yeah.
dear, and it's just
well, look, Drake is saying it.
mean?
You know what? They
might. He gets a pass because he's Jewish.
I thought it was because he was Canadian. They're like all those crazy foreigners.
Us crazy foreigners don't use that word. Maybe Jamaicans, but then that's a whole different type of crazy, right?
Oh man. Who knows?
I was watching, so you know, I needed to take a sip, but I gotta say this.
You got too much to say.
I was watching this documentary in Jamaica, and how they treat gays and stuff there. And that stuff is shocking.
And people think this country can be bad. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Move to Jamaica, dude. Okay. Jamaicans, if they are gay, they have to leave their home because it's like a stain on their family. It's like the plague on their family. They have to leave home. And some of them were living in Kingston, in a certain part of a nicer area of Kingston. They were living in a gully, in a storm drain.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that's where they live in. Because if they come out, they're dead. All right, and when it storms, they can't sleep because they have to stand up because the water are washing down on them. And They live right next to a soccer field or a stadium or something, man. And at night, when these people come, they just start throwing rocks at them for no reason. So they call the cops, and the cops are like, well, yeah, the gay people who are trying to live is messing with these people. That's what's causing it. And the camera was there when it started. These people just come from nowhere and start throwing rocks at these guys, you know? And carrying on like that, and people's family are totally. And is it
the same thing for women too?
Of course not. There's no women living down there.
No. I meant like gay women, obviously.
No. Well, you know how that is. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing here to a certain degree too.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's cool as long as they could watch or something. You know what I mean?
Oh God, that made me think of.
You know what I mean? But man, I just can't imagine
somebody who tried to say that to a couple people I know that do.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Okay, I know black people gonna be pissed at me for saying this, but they always complain about being oppressed. Then you turn around and do that to another group of people.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense. I mean, hey, I'm as straight could be. But I look at people as human beings first. If it's wrong, like we always says, God will take care of it. Yeah. Who are you? Who are you to say, you know, well, we're going to banish you and we're going to do this. Or, you know what I mean? And then what really bothers me.
That's not treating people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, what really bothers me is when brothers use the Bible to prove it's wrong. And I'm sitting there. You remember back in the day when they used the Bible to say we were animals?
Yeah.
And it was okay to rape our women and lynch us and stuff like that. Here you are turning around. Yep. I want to do the same thing to another group of people. I don't understand that.
It almost seems like a group can feel better once they can do it to somebody else. Then it's almost like, hey, we made it. We're able to push down somebody else. We made it.
I don't get that. That just always baffles me. You know what I mean? Listen. This is my philosophy. Okay? There are certain places like I was at the grocery store the other day and some girl told me that I'm not gangster enough for her. You know, I didn't approach this girl. She approached me. And this wasn't a sister neither. She approached me. I guess she saw the African colors and stuff and all of that, and she's like, well, this is a real black man or whatever. But she come up to me and start talking, and then she didn't hear the language that she would hear, and she looked at me really strange, and she's like, well, I thought you was a thug. You ain't thug enough for me. And I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't raised in the hood. I was raised in a village.
Oh, I wish I was there for that. Oh, I wish I was there for that.
You know what I mean? Listen, I am not gangster. I don't profess to be gangster. I'm the furthest thing from a gangster. There's nothing gangster about me.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying over here.
I might be a revolutionary, but I sure ain't no gangster.
Oh man. Oh, that's fantastic.
I don't walk around here acting all hard and stuff. I notice some kids come from the islands and stuff like that, and they're walking around acting hard, and I'm like, yo, you come from a village. Don't be acting like if you're no gangster. Because I know there ain't no drive-bys in Grenada.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? There may be a drug problem, but it's usually Boboli. It's not. We can afford cocaine and heroin.